Sometimes the best way to do something when you don't want to do it is you just gotta do it. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joss coming to you live from HappyJossRocks.com. I totally just finished my workout of today, and wow, I'm a little out of breath. I'm tired. The air is a lot thinner here. I keep saying that, but I'm so glad I totally finished that. And what I realized, like, even though sometimes emotionally, in the mood wise, or physically I might be tired, sometimes I really don't feel like doing things and I don't want to, or I don't know where I find strength. And I've said this before, you really gotta tap into heart. You really gotta focus and get your whys, those are your reasons, your dreams that are in front of you. I'm out of breath. But you really gotta tap into those and keep those in front of you. Whatever that may be for you. Maybe it's family, maybe it's your situations or your circumstances. Well, if you keep your circumstances in front of you, they're actually going to deteriorate you or distract you from doing the things that you need to do. You know, get them to add fuel to it, you know what I mean? To put that more wood into the fire to burn. But it's your whys that are actually going to get you in that meditated zone out state to be able to accomplish things. And I realized today, I learn how to attack certain things. You know, sometimes we need to have that one up, right? And as I'm recording, so whatever you track, it grows, right? Whatever you track numbers, it's gonna grow. It's just a law of averages. It's just how it is. When you see things, you always want to add to it, right? So I've been in a habit of writing down my exercises or crossing out and adding and be like, boom, I have like 3 more sets here, 2 sets, and I want to like accomplish that. So the easier way, the best way I found out to be able to get things done is to cross off things one at a time, or whatever you feel like you can get done the quickest, then go ahead and do it, you know? And it's just the opposite thinking of trying to do things, the hard stuff first, rather than the easy stuff. You know, you might get discouraged, and some of those things may take longer and take more energy, and by the time you're done with it, maybe, I don't know, it depends on your personality and stuff, maybe you'll be like, oh yeah, all these things easy, you know what I mean? Now, for me, I mix and match. I don't know, Gina and I have been trying to developing things, called it Scramble, and basically we attack basically the stuff that we know we can hit it, and because it's a confidence booster, and sometimes you're going to need that. So I cross out things, and like once it's done, it's like boom, I actually pulled in an extra set, you know what I mean? And then when you accomplish it, it's just like, yes, what else can I hit? And then you'll be able to go faster because you're making it fun. I need to make things fun for me to do it, because if it's not fun, yeah, that's my response. But you really gotta dig deep to find out what those reasonings are. And when you're in a meditative state, I was listening to somebody that did a video. He's been meditating for at least 2 hours, right? And it's true, sometimes when we're like sitting quiet, you know, and for me, I'm always moving around. Like I can't really sit still. It takes a lot of focus to me just to, I remember back in basketball, like I had all this freaking energy, and my teammates would be like, Jocelyn, you need to meditate, you need to ground yourself, right? They would say that, I'm like, you didn't get it, but really channel that energy. And when you're kind of sit still, the reason I guess why I couldn't is just because, you know, you hear these voices, not like in a schizophrenic way, but like voices, right? It's called our self-talk, you know what I mean? Like sometimes we have like the good conscience and the bad conscience kind of telling us stuff, and hear things like that tap into our childhoods, things that were limiting beliefs that we grew up with, that we were taught, and for some reason they're ingrained in our minds and that the way we live as an adult, as we grow up, right? And the thing is, we're gonna have to challenge those things. We're gonna have to break through those. You're gonna have to uproot those and burn those and shatter those molds of those limited barriers, right? In your mind, those are basically your mental blocks, right? Because really it's mentally a block that's blocking your way to hitting your goal or doing the things that you crave, or I don't want to say strive, but thrive to live and do. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that, like, of course, the things that you want to do are impossible. Hear me out. They're impossible to do with your current state of mind thinking. So with that encompass, you need to adopt a new way of thinking because it's outside of your comfort zone, right? Let's say this is all you know. If this is all you know, but everything that you want is beyond that, like a step, literally just one step, then you need to constantly put yourself in a position of being uncomfortable. Make it so that it's like a trait that you adopt. Like if you're feeling very nice and cozy, then something is wrong. I don't say nothing is wrong. It's cool to like relax and everything. Like once you achieve that, like yes, stop and smell the roses and enjoy it. But like if you plateaued, if you stayed in position for a long time and you're not growing, then you, my friend, are too comfortable where you're at, one, and you need to step up to your next level. You've literally plateaued, right? This is where a lot of people, there's this thing that Johnny Johnson says that the worst thing about success is a little bit. It's a little bit. It's a tiny. When you taste it, when you experience it, and I've experienced that with me working out this whole week. I'll be honest with you. Yes, the MyFitSquat's 6-week challenge is over, and I got comfortable of having a little bit more than cheat meals here and there. And it's I go, whoa, I need to tap back. I can't make an excuse because it's over or Thanksgiving is coming up. You're gonna eat like because I got these results so that I can slack off. I need to stay in a regimen and keep that in front of me and work twice as hard. You know what I mean? Then anyways, as I come back and zone in, right? You literally you need to tap into that state of mind to shatter these old beliefs that you have. So you can tap into the possibility that is infinite in this world. You know, I'm using a lot of big words. And, you know, here's the crazy thing is, like, do you read? You know what I mean? Like, I've actually started my 8th book since I've actually moved here in Colorado. It's been like 2.5 months or something like that. And wow, this is the most I've literally read in a short amount of time just because I feel like more focused. The crazy thing is once you start doing that, I've literally become a nerd, geek, whatever you want to call it, bookworm. Like entertainment to me is reading. It's super crazy. It's either I'm reading a book, I'm listening to personal development audios, or I'm watching a training. I can't even watch movies anymore unless it's like Bible movies that like shatter your molds and stuff like that. Like even though I'm reading books, I'm also reading the Bible at the same time. But like, holy crap! Like I literally tried to sit and watch one of my favorite movies, and like I got bored. Like I was like, I feel like this is a waste of my time. I'm not learning anything. I mean, it's good to relieve and entertainment, don't get me wrong. But for some reason, I've tapped into another light where I just want to feed my mind with knowledge and wisdom. And it's more at an accelerated rate. And I think that's an accomplishment itself. For someone who grew up dyslexic, hard to read, couldn't spell anything, you know, I still have some mistakes in here, you know, grammar Nazis. But the fact that I am focused to read and hunger for that and thirst for that is like pretty insane. So if you have an excuse like, oh, you can't read, or it's so boring, it's so hard, next your excuse, because that was my excuse before, and I don't have that, you know what I mean? And if you can start with one little thing, I literally had to time myself, like, so I'm like, all right, cool, let me focus reading 5 minutes at a time, just 5 minutes, 5 minutes of your day. Then that 5 grew to 10, then that 10 grew to 15, and sometimes I can spend a whole hour reading, you know what I mean? Or I'll be in the middle of different books. Like, it doesn't matter what your circumstances or your wants things, you can do it. You literally have to like block out all those voices that do not serve you. Learn how to shut them out and lower their volume and increase the volume of the stuff that's the good stuff that's actually in your ear. There's a lot of good messages that are playing in your ear. It's just that we've had the wrong radio station on, so to speak. So let that kind of twist your mind. So anyways, guys, I hope you're having an amazing day. Be sure to check out my blog at happyjustrocks.com.